Eugenics.
Good morning, Dr. Abati.
Started your segment
yes.
with a sad story.
Really sad story. May their souls rest in peace. We did see the crash, that's the Air India aircraft, going up in flames. Really sad situation. And, you know, we did see that there were some casualties that were taken to the hospital. We'll continue to highlight the story and bring, you know, our viewers up to date. May their souls rest in peace, really. Well, all right. Good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending. A former governor of Edo State and senator representing Edo North, Oshimohole, is in the news for disrupting the flight operations of Air Peace. On Tuesday, the senator was said to have arrived late for his 6:30 a.m. flight from Lagos to Abuja. According to Air Peace and eyewitnesses, Oshimohole became unruly after being informed that boarding had closed and that the flight had departed on time. The senator was asked to rebook his flight and to pay the applicable fees, but refused. According to the airline, Oshimohole physically assaulted staff, climbed the conveyor belt, and ordered his security team to block the entrance of the Zulu terminal at the General Aviation Terminal of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport. Air Peace stated that his actions prevented other passengers from entering and caused significant disruption to airport operations. Oshimohole, in his account, claimed that he arrived at the airport at about 6:05 a.m. and was denied boarding, despite having checked in online. He accused Air Peace of deliberately denying passengers who had booked online at lower rates in order to resell tickets at inflated prices to others on the spot. He claimed to have witnessed Air Peace staff selling tickets for the same flight at significantly higher prices, while other passengers were also being denied boarding.
What they're actually doing at Air Peace is that because those who bought tickets online, these people paid 146,000 at the time they bought. Those who are buying today, emergency this thing, they are paid as much as 250,000. So they frustrate those who paid online at the rate quoted by them and give priority to those who have no previous reservation, who are ready to pay double the price. I go to the airport, I have my checking in, they deny me. Then when somebody now went, he says, it's Oshimohole. Then the senior manager came out. I said, okay, let's see how I can sort you out. I said, no. I don't want personal favor. I want my right and the right of these Nigerians to be enforced.
All right, we've seen this video. It's gone, the video of Oshimohole on the conveyor belt appearing to disrupt the Air Peace operations. The video went viral, with many condemning the situation. But let me take Air Peace's rebuttal. They did release a statement after that press conference by Oshimohole. Air Peace wrote, "Our attention has been drawn to the deliberate falsehood being peddled by Senator Oshimohole against Air Peace. The senator lied blatantly when he accused Air Peace of extorting its passengers. We challenged Senator Oshimohole to bring one evidence of a passenger that was extorted. None of our staff ever extorted any passenger. In fact, no ticket was sold after the closure of check-in on that flight. Everyone who flew bought their ticket prior to the flight closure. Again, our flight was never overbooked, as some of his videos alleged. In fact, the aircraft took off with over 30 empty seats. It would have been in our interest to carry Oshimohole and those others who missed their flights for lateness on this flight, instead of flying many empty seats. But we will never sacrifice our strict on-time performance for monetary gains. It's absolutely false that he was offered preferential treatment and that he was fighting for others. Senator Oshimohole was not fighting for anyone. He came to the airport late and was told that he was late. He then began to foment trouble. He jumped on the baggage conveyor belt, preventing the check-in process of other flights. He also barricaded the entrance gate and prevented access to the terminal. While he was doing all these, he also deliberately instigated other passengers against the airline. We call on the Federal Airport Authority, FAN, to release the CCTV coverage, starting from the time Senator Oshimohole entered the airport, for Nigerians to see. His accusation of extortion is very defamatory. His conduct was very violent, unbecoming, unfortunate, and above all, shameful. Vimbai, while I was reading the statement, I did see you, shaking your head. Your thoughts on the story? I have presented both sides.
Yeah, this is a tricky story,
yes,
in my opinion. Where do I begin? Okay, let's begin with Senator Adams Oshimohole. That even if he had been ill-treated, if he felt the situation was unfair, his behavior was rascality. You can't address these types of situations, even when you feel there is injustice. Sometimes they say your response to a mistake can be a mistake as well. So I think that, we've seen the video evidence. He was standing on the conveyor belt. He blocked the entrance to the airport and so forth. And we just can't allow that level of breakdown in law and order, especially not from a lawmaker. So I think that he may have been frustrated, but he expressed his frustration in an unfortunate way. That's number one. Number two, he's saying that on his part, he checked in online, he came, and he had no luggage, so he arrived on time, and so forth and so forth. And Airpeace is saying, well, he didn't check in online, he came late. That's a he said, she said. I hope they can bring out, if he checked in online, he should be able to show us the evidence of him having done so. So that's from the airline's standpoint. If he was late, then he can't be boarded. However, the bigger issue at play here is the frustration that has built up in Nigerian aviation, domestic travel. This is a buildup of events. This isn't just a moment. You see videos every day, not necessarily pertaining to Airpeace or any airline, generally, almost on a daily basis. You see videos of people fighting at the airport, fighting with the officials, dragging collars. It is totally uncalled for. Minister Festus Keyamo has made great efforts to try and sanitize domestic travel, but I think there's still a lot of work to be done, and a lot of the work comes down to just the people sitting at the counters. It's not at that higher level. It's at that counter. How do we manage these situations? How do we manage the frustrations? Even when a passenger is wrong, the customer is always right. How do we manage them? We see videos where sometimes there's so much insensitivity, there's a lack of just consideration when some of these ground staff deal with their passengers. I'm not saying that's the case in this incident, but I'm saying that this is a reflection of a bigger systemic problem that we have in Nigerian aviation that needs to be addressed. Senator Oshimohole, even if you feel wronged, I don't think that this is the way to handle situations where we feel that there's injustice that has been done towards us.
Yes, and Vimbai, a lot of people will agree with you because we did see some of those comments buttressing your points there.
Okay, two principles apply here. Edward Coke, it was, who said in the 17th century that Nemo Judas in Cosa Sua, let no man be a judge in his own case. So when there are two parties to a dispute, it will be wrong to take one side against the other. Two, in the Union of Indian case and in the Akemwani case, it was also established that ode alteram patem, in other words, what it says, the principle of natural justice is that you must hear both sides. You have presented both sides of the issue.
Yes.
Comrade Adams Oshimohole, on one hand, saying, oh, he had booked a flight, he couldn't board the following day, he spent 1.5 million to stay in hotel with his entourage. He came the following day, very early, 30 minutes before time. He was told it was now 45 minutes before time and all of that. And then he could still not travel. And he said he was defending the interest of other people, extortionist allegations and all that. And then Airpeace, telling their own side of the story, because we must listen to both sides, said that he arrived late. Mm-hmm. And it is the truth, we know, that they closed the counter, whether it's 30 minutes before or 45 minutes, and you cannot use your position as an influential person to take over operations. Now, having stated broadly those two sides, we can now see it is not for them to take a decision. It is for us as to use President TINUBU's expression, bystanders,
yes,
as busybodies, this not being a court of law, to say that the common sense that tells us is that one, Senator Adams Oshimohole, whatever his status, has no right to lock up the airport. That was a breach of national security. And I hope that the relevant authorities will look into this.
Yeah.
2, he is making other claims. Airpeace is saying that the NCAA, the FAAN, should provide, if they have, CCTV evidence,
yes,
of the time Senator Oshimohole arrived and what transpired. In fact, I'm interested in that. We should be interested in that.
yes.
To even know whether they have CCTV in this our airport.
No, I reached out to FAN as well.
Well, do they have CCTV?
I think they do.
Because they may claim they have, and they may not have. This is an opportunity for us to know the truth.
Absolutely.
3, Airpeace is saying that Senator Oshimohole arrived late.
Yes.
That part of it should also be investigated. There must be a relevant authority who can investigate that. 4, they are claiming that Senator Oshimohole defamed Airpeace by saying that there was a case of extortion. If defamation is involved, Airpeace has every right to go to court. Finally, whatever is found, let us reiterate the point that Senator Oshimohole is no longer Labour leader. So we know he has antecedents as the People's President, Labour President, but now he's a senator of the Federal Republic.
Yes.
He's an elder statesman.
Yes.
Whatever the provocation may have been, my personal opinion now, I do not think that the senator should have caused that drama. The least he could have done, he could have called the chairman of Airpeace to protest, to ask for recourse to, other considerations. He could even have called the chairman of FAN. He could have called the minister of aviation. But to now go and lock up the airport to disrupt operations, I think that was carrying a sense of entitlement too far.
Right.
I don't think we have had the last of this matter. No. I have not declared anybody guilty. I've just stated the principles of natural justice.
All right.
Audi aterem patem, and also Nemo Judas in Kosaswa.
Right.
If we stay within that boundary, I think further developments will give us clarity.
Well said. We'll follow up on the story as always. We'll take another story now. The governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Umo Eno, has reacted to comments made by actor and politician Kenneth Okonkwo, who during an interview on Arise Newsnight criticized the governor over his recent defection from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress, expressing his disappointment at the governor for admitting that he's still politically inclined with the PDP. Okonkwo described him as a political transgender. Let's take a look.
Now, let me tell you something about this defection. The worst from the opposition is moving into the ruling party. The best from the ruling party is coming to the opposition. And I give you an example with the governor of Akwa Ibom State. His commissioner on information and strategy, he said, my political orientation is rooted in principle. And I've long opposed APC's ideology and the conduct, which stands is reaffirmed by majority of Nigerians. This is the summary of it. His own political career rooted in principle, thereby telling the whole world that his governor is unprincipled in this move. And he said the ideology and conduct of APC have been rejected by Nigerians, and this is what it is. Can you imagine a whole governor coming out to say, I can't fight like WIKE. Hey, in 2027, I want a smooth sail. I still love PDP. That's transgenderic. He's a man that behaves like a man that has the genitals of a woman.
Okay.
Can you imagine what on earth? You don't want to fight like WIKE, you want to be a governor like WIKE? Okay. I can't say whether the man is behaving. He's just a political transgender.
Well, all right. Governor Umo Eno, in his rebuttal, threw a sarcastic jab at Kenneth Okonkwo, who shot into limelight with his outstanding performance in the Nollywood film Living in Bondage, saying that people like Kenneth Okonkwo are ironically still living in bondage. Let's take a look.
So people that are talking, even those that are not from Akwa Ibom, even those who feel they have done things, they tried everything, they've tried to become actor, they failed, they are still living in bondage, trying to poke their mouth into what does not concern them. Tell them that this is living reality. He should go to his state and fight. He's an attempted politician. He tried in Labour Party, he ran away. He tried acting, he was living in bondage. He's an attempted lawyer. He has never moved one motion before. So such people, don't listen to them. This is within my rights. And he is not from Akwa Ibom State. We don't welcome him in Akwa Ibom State. This is Akwa Ibom State matter. As the person on the driver's seat today, I am the one holding the steering. And I know where go slow, no go day. I know where pothole, no day. Now make me the carry Akwa Ibom, go for express. Express.
I know where go slow, no good day. I mean, this two really cracked me up. Transgenderic. That's the first one from Okonkwo now. A legend, really. Go ahead, Rufai.
Oji, while this cracks you up I get what Okonkwo was trying to say.
Yes.
Okonkwo was talking about how values have left our political scene. Mm-hmm. And the governor also retorted by saying, I'm the one in charge, is living in bondage. But you see, the joke has to be said. That the joke here is on Nigerians. It's Nigerians that are living in bondage. Today, 30 years after MK Abiola won a free and fair election, we felt democracy will stay in our country. And we have democracy. The tenets of democracy will be the order of the day. But today we have a governor that is defending his lack of democratic tenets. A state, PDP voted him, party voted him. He has gone against the party because there's no provision in the constitution that disciplines those that's gone against the party. I keep telling all these governors that defect. I know there's no provision in the constitution, but what about your moral values? Mm-hmm. And the truth has to be said. If you had to run for your seat again after you defected, would it so be easy for you to defect? Mm-hmm. Right. So while they have this brickbat, it is Nigerians that are living in bondage. Mm-hmm. Nigerians are living in bondage of a bad economy. There's a lot of pain and all of that. All right. The governor is a pastor, and I like him. Pastor, he gives it back to people, water, and everything. And you should ask himself about values. What does Christian values say? Right. When you are with somebody and you say, okay, I am here because of this particular, person voted me in, this political party. But I want to now take that mandate the political party gave me and take it to another. Right. All right. So it speaks volumes about value system while the joke is on Nigeria. So politicians can bicker all they want. You can say things also against Mr. Okonkwo. Mr. Okonkwo left the APC and he joined the Labour Party. So they can say, both of them have been moving from side to side. All right. But Nigerians are suffering, and that's what matters more to me than all of this transgenderic and living in bondage conversation.
All right. I wish we had a lot of time to discuss the story because, there's a lot to discuss. And also wanted to take the story about the commissioning in Abuja of the Atira Road where, the president welcomed WIKE to the APC saying that, whenever you want to come in, you are welcome.
We have somebody in using WIKE. He's not a member of my party. Not yet. But the day he changes his mind and registered with Progressive, we will welcome him. Because we will enjoy him in singing. As he dey pain us, he dey sweet us.
As he dey pain down, he dey sweet us. As he dey sweet us, he dey
Thank you very much.
We will now take our milestone story.
As it stand now, Governor Alex Oti is the only governor we go fit defect to any party when you like. People no go notice, as in people go steal the hell up. See video what I watched recently. Just see video. Governor they walk up for streets, people they hell up. They tell us 50 years, 50 years. The only people when they tell 50 years, people where they want jail. Then they tell the man 50 years, that is Ingo State. They won't make you rule 15 years. I never witnessed this type of development. I don't know the last time when they witness them. This man just come take over everything. Everything they work out. If Governor Alex Oti enter devil's party, people go stick talk say, that thing no be devil, na mistake they do. Waiting they want right now delivering party. Now the level of work where this man they do, the man don't crack the code. He don't crack the code of governance. They show you say it's not all about running from party. No, say if you work for the people, people go follow you. Other politicians, other governors, waiting then they do, then go there, they find the way where they go take which party. No, this man just they concentrate the work. He concentrates just the work. Waiting he come now work. You know they stay for house. As he say, this man commissioned 14 roads. 14 roads. Now this man commissioned in a day. That is his in-ho general market. Go pick two. Hold on. And check up. You hold up. They wait for now. Tell on say una go see the one way pass on. That is general market. Pick two. Hold on, Alaska. Check up. So I won't take the contest against this kind of man. Where you want start from? The man know the day house. You know the day one place. No wonder he no see government house as priority, because he know they even 2 day office. Every time when you see him, he there for road. They find road where he go commission. Every time this man there for road. If you know they find road where in the commission, if they find small children when they go school, make you put them back to school.
Are you in school? What class? Yes. What are you doing here? They are supporting your mom. Where with you, okay?
You don't crack the code of governance. No wonder. You know the day house. Governor Alex Oti is the Pokoli of political arena. Governor Alex Oti, na Pokoli of politics. You know the day house. Every time he dey outside, I'm sure now person feed the office. Hello, His Excellency, I'm in your office. You will say, okay, I'm actually at Amago. I'm commissioning one road. There are some small pupils I want to go and register and back to school. I don't know what they are saying about their mother. You know, it's free education. Oh, mom. See what if this man take the you go to if you see I'm not going to say na road in the fight. He catch road, they build up. Oh, mom. No man too much, I beg. I don't know where I'm from. They get you. Now this one where they call governance, I beg. I call him magician before, guy. Please, man, this man pound magician. No. Blind Governor Alex Oti call Jimmy. Jimmy tell him say, what do you want? He tell him say, I want if I say let there be road, let there be road. Alex Oti they do it in the now this kind of person. You know, say in counterparts now, go don't forget say now still the same 2 years where they done day too. You know, say you get as your schoolmate, you go take make them they more successful in life. You go forget say now your schoolmate, you go begin to talk say, hey, senior me with 4 years. All those people will be made for governance. If they tell and say, see waiting and less, they leave that man now. Do you know how many years he has stayed in office? They say, no, not 2 years. They lie. It can't be 2 years.
And we were going to Dubai for a program. I bought LP's ticket, 161,000 naira for a 4-something flight. We were in the airport till midnight.
05:57.
I was here, I saw you. How much more did they ask you to pay?
No, for me to enter the second flight, I'm going to pay almost 100 and something thousand.
You can't have it. It has to be an incident.
Adams Aliyu Oshimohole versus Airpeace, the day Nigerians fought back. You know, they have made people miss their weddings, job interviews, and even burials. They cancel flights at will, delay with reckless impunity, and have the audacity to never apologize. But yesterday, Airpeace met their match. Not in a social media rant, not in a customer service email, but in the flesh. Senator Adams Aliyu Oshimohole, a man who refused to be sorted, while everyday Nigerians were being extorted. Now let's get this straight. Oshimohole did not miss his flight. He checked in online the night before at 7:46 p.m. You can see the evidence. For a 6:30 a.m. flight the next morning. He arrived at the airport around 6 a.m. and that's on time. But Airpeace, that same airline notorious for changing policies like diapers, told him boarding is closed. Yet they were still selling tickets on the spot to others for nearly double the price. A woman with a baby arrived even earlier. Her online ticket cost her 146,000 naira. They told her she was late, then tried to resell the same seat she paid for at 250,000. That's not just bad service, that's systemic fraud. And who confronted them? Not with a title, not with "do you know who I am," but with raw truth. Comrade Oshimohole. They tried to save face by offering him VIP treatment. He refused. "Treat me like you treat every other Nigerian," he insisted. And when the DSS and Air Force officers stepped in, it was a clear case that this wasn't a disruption, but it was an expose. Now, let's look at the reality check. Let's talk of Airpeace, the airline that has built a reputation not on efficiency, but incompetence. Flight delays are on a daily basis. Cancellations are rampant. Apologies, they never come. But the moment a public figure calls them out, they cry foul. Nigerians have suffered in silence for too long, but not today. Yesterday, the silence was broken. Airpeace rushed to the media, hoping to shame a man who refused to be part of their dirty game. But the truth, videos, documents, and witnesses are on Oshimohole's side. Others were protesting too. Mothers, business people, ordinary citizens who have had enough. So this isn't just about one man and one flight. It's about a broken system. It's about a predator airline using Nigerians as cash cows. But finally, someone stood up. Not just for himself, but for all of us. Airpeace, if you're listening, this is no longer business as usual. You have been exposed.